Hi, Lee Phillips here. I've been talking about privacy for a long time. I've got news for you guys. Privacy's now dead. A new law has come into effect. Actually, it was in 2021, the Corporate Transparency Act. And it says that a little known company under the Department of the Treasury, same folks that bring you the IRS, is going to now enforce what they call a registration, a beneficial ownership information system is going to be put into place. The little agency, which will be as common in your language as the IRS now is called FinCen, capital F-I-N, capital C-E-N, Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. And FinCen is going to be required to get your information concerning any company that you have. The object is to make it so that it's transparent, and we make it so that people can't launder money through these little corporations and stuff. They can't evade taxes. It's going to be really good. You're going to like it. It's going to solve all these problems. Yeah, as normal, the bad guys are going to get around it, and we're going to get stuck with it. You're going to have to register any corporation. The beneficial interest or beneficial information reporting is what they call it, for any of your entities. That's corporations, that's LLCs, that's limited partnerships. It's anything that you file with the state. They want to know your name, your birthday, your address, and your passport number, your driver's license, and all the identification stuff you've got. So this is going to have to be supplied to them. For anybody who has a direct or indirect ownership, definitely anybody that's got more than 25% ownership, but anybody who has direct or indirect influence or can get directly or indirectly beneficial interest from these entities. Basically, they want to know everything about anybody who even looks cross-eyed at one of these companies. So the reporting isn't optional, by the way. You will report. If you have an existing entity, you've got all of 2024 to do this reporting. We don't have the reporting requirements yet exactly. They promised that by the 1st of 2024. And I'll do a video on it, walk you through it when we do get it. But you've got to report any entity that's in existence has to be reported sometime during 2024. You will get it in by December 31st. Any entity that you create after January 1 or after December 31st, 2023, any entity that you create going forward has a 30-day registration period. So you will register all of this ownership or beneficial ownership in these companies. And you will do it because the penalty is $500 per day for every day that you are late on registration. It has big teeth. These guys are the little brother of the IRS, only they carry guns and they have all the enforcement ability of the IRS. So you are now a criminal, is what you are a crime, and they are investigating you basically. This is what we're going to, and it isn't optional. It starts now, and it will move forward. The question I get, I have a lot of people who have little companies. They were sold on a LLC in Wyoming or corporation in Nevada or something in Utah, yuck. And they've got these entities, never done anything with them. Well, I've got news for you. You can get by on not reporting them if you meet 6 criteria. And I'm going to just read these criteria for it because I don't remember them all. 1, the entity was in existence before January 1, 2020. 2, you got to meet all 6 of these. 2, the entity is not engaged in an active business. 3, the entity is not owned by a foreign person, whether directly or indirectly, wholly or partially. So no foreign guy smells this company. 4, the entity has not experienced any change in ownership in the preceding 12 months. Number 5, the entity has not sent or received any funds in the amount greater than $1,000, either directly or indirectly through any financial account in which the entity or an affiliate of the entity had an interest in the preceding 12 months. 6, the entity does not otherwise hold any kind or type of assets, whether in the United States, abroad, including any ownership interest in a corporation, limited liability company, or similar entity. So if you really have a dead company and you created it before 2020, then just forget about it. But if you don't meet all 6 of those, you've got to register. And like I say, registration isn't optional. So FinCen is going to be a very common thing in your life. You register these entities. The question is a trust going to have to be registered? And the answer is no, because you don't register a trust with a state entity. So the trust, the land trust, the living revocable trusts, the insurance trusts, ILETs, those sorts of things are not going to have to be registered. But anything that you consider doing business as, you're going to be registered. Now, a sole proprietor, a single guy doing business, filing a Schedule C, or if you're doing real estate, you file a Schedule E, then you don't have to register. Now, I've got people who have 30 pieces of real estate, and they've got a bunch of LLCs. You can get a FinCen identifier number, and you're going to fill out all this information. Here again, we don't have all the information yet, but you're going to fill out all the information. FinCen will give you a registration number, and then you just put that number on each of the applications for your 10 LLCs. So you can do it that way. We're not 100% sure on all of this stuff at this point, but it is coming, and they are dead serious about this, guys. Like I say, I think this is harassment for the little guys. The guys who are doing the bad stuff, they're going to figure out how to get around it. By the way, you don't have to register if you have a bunch of owners, basically over 5. You don't have to register if you are a company that's controlled by a government agency, a bank, an insurance company. These sorts of guys, they're already identified by the federal government. So those kinds of guys don't have to register, but us little guys who are doing the LLCs for asset protection or tax purposes, and by the way, the LLCs are good for asset protection and tax purposes, but you're going to have to register, and I'm going to have to register, and it's going to be a pain in the butt, but that's just the way it is. Now, watch for the update on this. We'll walk you through step by step. Don't forget to subscribe to us and love us and like us, and don't forget to turn on the notifications and all of that sort of stuff so that you keep up with us. Hey, this is Lee Phillips, and we're going to have fun doing this one.